All right, let's just jump right into it. Today, we're going to tackle something that's, well, for a lot of us, it's a pretty uncomfortable truth. It's this idea that your university degree, the very thing you worked so hard for, might actually be a liability in this new economy.
Wow, that line. It just cuts right to the bone, doesn't it? We're literally surrounded by these credentials, these symbols of success we've been taught to trust our whole lives. But just take a look around. Are they still working the way they're supposed to? Are they really opening the doors they promised? I know, that's a provocative question. It feels almost like an attack. But it's a question we absolutely have to ask ourselves. Is it possible that the very thing you see as your greatest achievement, your biggest asset, is actually acting like a blindfold, stopping you from seeing how the world really works now?
For decades, for generations, the university degree was sold to us as the golden ticket. It was the non-negotiable first step if you wanted a stable, successful life. It was basically the foundation of the entire middle-class dream.
And you know what? For a long time, that formula worked. It really did. It was reliable. You put in the hours, you got that piece of paper, and bam, doors of opportunity would just swing right open. That belief is so deeply ingrained in our culture, passed down from our parents and their parents. But what happens when the locks on all those doors get changed?
And this right here is where we are now. It's the beginning of a great unraveling. We're all watching that old promise just fall apart in real time. The degree is no longer a simple asset. It can actually become a liability, an anchor of debt and lost time, all spent on knowledge that might already be outdated.
We have to be honest with ourselves. We have to tear down this illusion. Believing that a piece of paper, all by itself, is going to protect you, that's a really dangerous fantasy in today's world. The guarantee is just it's gone.
So let's just lay it out, side by side. The old promise was that the degree was your greatest asset. It guaranteed success. But the new reality? That same degree can actually be a liability. And maybe its biggest danger is that it creates a false sense of security, making you feel safe while the ground is literally crumbling right under your feet. And this brings us to a super important concept, academic complacency. It's that feeling of, phew, I'm good. I got my degree back in 2010 or 2015. I'm set for life. But in a world that's moving this fast, a world that is digital first, that kind of complacency is the express lane to becoming totally irrelevant.
So why is this happening right now? The short answer is that the entire economic landscape has been completely redrawn. We've shifted from an economy that valued your credentials to one that values immediate, provable capability. The change has been fast, and for a lot of people, it's been pretty brutal.
Just look at this timeline. It really shows you how fast this is happening. In the past, your degree was your currency. Simple. Right now, today, the market is already demanding something completely different. And 2026? That's not some far-off future. That's right around the corner. By then, this isn't a trend anymore. It's just the dominant reality.
So what is this new currency then? Well, it's not about the fancy name of your university. It's about three things. First, grit, just pure resilience and drive. Second, technical agility. How fast can you learn and adapt to new tools and new software? And finally, high-yield digital skills. We're talking about things like data analysis, digital marketing, UX design, the skills that solve the problems companies have right now. Okay, so we've laid out the problem. It's a big one. But this part isn't about despair. It's about a smart, strategic pivot. It's time to shift our focus away from just collecting credentials and toward building actual, real-world capabilities. So here it is, a clear, three-step survival strategy. First, you have to mentally tear down that illusion that your degree is some kind of safety net. It's not. Second, get practical. You've got to prioritize learning high-yield skills. Go look at job descriptions for the roles you want, see what they're asking for, and focus on learning that. And third, you have to cultivate a mindset of constant learning, of agility, instead of just resting on what you've already done. And let me be crystal clear here. This is not an anti-education message. Not at all. Lifelong learning is more critical than ever. But this is an anti-complacency message. This is about survival. It's about making the smart moves you need to make to get through what is, for many of us, a pretty brutal financial transition.
So I'll leave you with this final question. When 2026 gets here, and it will be here before you know it, and the digital-first economy is in full swing, what will you be holding? A paper credential that represents what you used to know? Or a dynamic set of capabilities that proves what you can do right now? The choice is yours.